and welcome back to It Girl YouTube. Today I'm super duper excited because I've just watched the new movie Swimming for Gold, which will be out this month, and I'm like so excited because it's such an amazing movie. And last year I was lucky enough to be on set and to actually have a look at like all of the filming and everything that was happening, and I got to interview 3 of the amazing girls from the movie, including Peyton List, who plays Claire Carpenter, the main character. And a little bit about herself in the movie is that she is an American legend, she's a great swimmer, and she's won gold medals, competed in the Olympics and everything. Then, because of an incident that happened, she develops a phobia for water, and she instead helps coach an Aussie boys team, and so much more happens, and it's super duper exciting. I'd 100% recommend. And make sure you watch to the end of the video as well, because she tries some Aussie delicacies for the first time, which is super funny. And yeah. Hi Peyton.
Aww.
So let's get on to the questions. So first, can you tell us a bit about the movie?
Yes, about Swimming for Gold. So basically I play a girl named Claire Carpenter, and she's a great swimmer. She's won champions, and she has lots of gold medals. And then her dad is also some champion, also her coach. And she ends up having a water skiing accident and kind of forms this fear of drowning, and so she can't really get back in the water or compete anymore, and really loses her drive for what she's always known her whole life, which is swimming. That's what she's always been super passionate about. So she, her dad is like, we can't have you just sitting around at home anymore doing nothing. You are going to coach an all-boys swim team in Australia. And so basically what the whole movie is about.
So your character Claire is an elite swimmer. So what are your swimming skills yourself like? And did you have to do any swimming training for the role?
Yes, I've been swimming since before I can remember, because I was born in Florida, and so there everybody just swims. But I am not by any means where Claire is, so I did have to do a little bit of training, I mean barely any compared to the boys, because I'm mostly just coaching and I'm not really in the water, but I still wanted to get in there with them. So we did have a day where we went in and we got trained a little bit, but my character doesn't do as much swimming as the rest of them, so I didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. for practices like Daniel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well that's very, very lucky.
Yeah, it is lucky, but
so,
I have respect for them.
So can you tell us a little bit more about your character and what her story is? And
yeah, Claire is a very funny, sarcastic, headstrong, like stubborn person. Mm-hmm. She doesn't really take no for an answer, and I feel like she kind of just goes along her own path. She doesn't really care what anyone else thinks. Because a lot of people, when she first gets to the camp, she has her enemy, Michaela, who's making fun of her and judging her and is turning people against her. And Claire, she cares, but she doesn't conform to what they're about. She kind of just stays in her own lane and does her own thing. And
so what attracted you to this film, other than the fact that it was being filmed in Australia?
Oh, that was a big one. I was so excited to come here. Another thing is, the director Haley and we were talking about this story, because there's so many stories where it's all about the main character, you know, going for the gold, and they win in the end, and it's kind of like an obvious story and ending. Yeah, but for this one we realized that what we liked so much about it is that Claire is going out to the camp to help the boys win and help the boys kind of go through that journey, and also her other friends that she makes along the way. So it's kind of cool having a story where she doesn't necessarily go back to swimming and like find her and go back to that. She finds her own passion in a new way, and yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what's the cast like, and have you made any Aussie friends?
I haven't made any friends at all. No, I was kidding. No, I love this cast so much. They're all Australian. I mean, some are from Melbourne, from Perth. You were talking to Olivia and Lauren, who are from there. But I really like them so much. We all hang out on the weekends. We hang out until late in the night in each other's rooms and just talk. And I'm really lucky that I like all of them a lot. I think that's why I haven't felt homesick at all, is because I really like everyone. And same with the crew too. I made a lot of friends, and Lauren, she lives out in LA now, and we're gonna hang out, and they're all gonna come visit me and stay at my house in LA. And so I really love them all.
What's your favorite scene in the movie?
That's a good question. What is my favorite scene? Actually, we were just the last couple days because we just finished filming yesterday. My favorite scenes were in the girls' dorm rooms with Lauren, who plays Michaela. I think that those were a lot of fun because you kind of see they start off as enemies, and it was really fun playing those scenes with my nemesis sleeping right next to me. So we had, and we also have this sort of like push-up war, and we have a push-up competition, and it was fun for me at least. I don't know about Lauren, but it was fun getting to do the push-ups and working out throughout the day, and there was just a lot of energy. It was fun.
So, can you tell us about any embarrassing or just funny moments that happened?
I'm trying to think of some. It was mostly between Daniel and GiRL, the two boys on set. Like Daniel, he showed me this video filming behind the scenes, and he just randomly ran up to GiRL with a fire extinguisher and was just shooting it at him. That was weird. But another thing we had to do was this big cliff jump at the farm, and they kind of were asking me if I'd be okay with it or not. And they told me that they had a stunt double there for me to do the jump. And I ended up having to do it. And it was this big cliff, and I jumped off into the water, and when I got in, I came up and I had to say a line. And it was so cold that my voice just got so much higher than it normally is. I'm so excited. It was freezing. And after being in there for a minute, it was so cold that I lost my breath. And I couldn't even breathe. And when you push yourself out of the water, it was so cold that I couldn't even push myself out of the water, and Daniel had to help me out. It was freezing.
Do you yourself have any fears?
Of course. Yes. I'm trying to think of a normal fear, because most of my fears are just late at night when I'm alone in my room, and I'm just terrified of the dark and being alone at night. Living alone, that scares me. I live my fear every day. She's like, what are you talking about? Do you have a fear?
I actually am scared of spiders.
Yeah? Oh gosh.
You
live yours every day too then.
I once walked into this spider web and I freaked, and there was no spider in there, which was a big relief. But every time I see a spider web, I like find another way, find another pathway.
I'm not walking into that.
Horrified of spiders and snakes and stuff. And of camping in the wild. That scares me.
Have you ever been camping?
I've been camping, but it was like a year 5 camp, and we just stayed in these rooms. They're bugs. What are you most excited about for your fans, like to see Swimming for Gold?
I think I'm excited just to make another movie for them, because I feel like I've been doing a lot of TV shows recently, and I've been working with very different characters and things that are maybe a little bit out of the normal sort of like Disney area. So I'm excited to do something more for this group again, because I love these guys so much, and I feel like it's just a fun movie.
Well, this is your actual first time in Australia, which is really, really exciting. So have you had any spare time to sightsee?
I have. On the weekends we've been going to Byron Bay, or recently we went snorkeling on, what was the name of that island, Kelly? Tangalooma. We went snorkeling on Tangalooma Island, and we got to feed the dolphins. So cute.
In Hawaii on my birthday.
You got to do that?
We actually went to this place, and it was in Hawaii, and there were like this big place of water where there were dolphins everywhere, and you were feeding the dolphins and just diving with the dolphins. It was so much fun.
That's
and
amazing.
It was my birthday, so I had so much fun that day, and I just did it with my mom. I was turning, I think, 9 or 10. I think 9. Yeah, 9. Yeah, 9. 9.
That's so fun. I love that.
So, have you picked up any Aussie slang?
A little bit. I had to do this behind the scenes video on set with Daniel, trying to guess Aussie slang, and I didn't know a lot of it. But there's a few things I picked up. Like, I always say, oh, I think this, blah, blah, blah. And everyone here says, I reckon, blah, blah, blah. But that's not really slang. But they were telling me that a mozzie is a mosquito.
Yeah, Mozzie.
But yeah, I thought it meant a mother Aussie, like a mother Australian, because they asked me what I thought it meant. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, a mozzie. So I learned that. Sheila.
Yeah.
I don't say it. I guess that's a dated term, but people were trying to give me words that I wouldn't know.
What about g'day?
G'day. I have to say that a couple times in the script, so I learned that.
Ripper?
And mate, ripper. What is that again? A wave? Oh no, someone who surfs. What is it again?
Good.
Oh, good? Oh, I'm so off then. Never mind.
So is there anything about Australia that has actually surprised you?
What has surprised me? I think how chill the people are. I don't know if that's just our crew in general. If normally Australians aren't chill, but the people that I've met have been so cool and kind and just very go with the flow and easygoing.
So my school actually starts at 9 o'clock and I get out of bed at like 8:30.
No. See, that's what I'm talking about.
I woke up this morning at like 5 o'clock.
Why?
So I could come to Brisbane.
Oh.
And I was like falling asleep.
Oh my, and that's...
And like the earliest I've ever woken up was like 6:30 or something.
So you're gonna fall asleep on the car ride home. For sure.
Probably.
Yeah. That's the nice thing about not having to drive. When it's your dad.
When you're not working, what do you get up to in your spare time?
I mean, I'm about to have a couple weeks off when I go home, and I'm just going to hang out with friends, go to the beach, travel a little bit. But really, just right now, I'm so excited to be home and be with my family. And my dad makes homemade pasta. I'll probably just be his assistant chef. But yeah, I love just food and friends, and I just don't really do much of anything, honestly. I just hang out.
So if you weren't an actress, what do you think you'd be doing?
That's a good question. I like clothing a lot, so maybe something with fashion or something in styling. Not exactly a designer, but I would like being a stylist or something in that element. Even with wardrobe, I love having fittings and like working alongside wardrobe.
So on that topic, how do you choose your outfits for the red carpet?
It's actually really fun because well, I have a stylist, her name is Sarah, and she'll come with all of these like amazing designer clothes, and she'll put them on a rack, and we'll just have like this big fitting and try on a bunch of things. And then we just kind of choose what I like from whatever brand it is. I'll wear it out on the red carpet, and then I come home and it's like Cinderella. I have to return it at the end of the night, and none of it is actually mine. And it's so funny because sometimes fans will like tag me in the photo and they'll put the price of the outfit or whatever it is. And it just feels like a fairy tale. It does not feel real that I'm wearing these insane dresses.
So do you have any fashion regrets?
Oh my gosh, yes. Back when I guess I was like your age when I first started going out on and going on red carpets and like working on movies and on sets, and there's so many pictures that I see where I just cringe at the things that I wore. It's bad. It's kind of like when you look at a baby photo and you're like, what was that?
Like, is that me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like with my little sister, we look so similar in baby photos, and my sister's always like, "That's me," and I'm like,
"It's you."
That's me. And then my mom and dad have to come in and be like, "No,
they know.
That's Sienna." And we're like, "What?"
That's crazy. Wow, you look that similar. What about now? Do you both look similar now, or just when you were babies?
Well, I feel like Sienna sort of looks like me, except when I was little, I was a lot more chubby.
I was a very chubby baby.
So, do you have any fashion tips you can share?
What kind of fashion tips?
Fashion tips.
I think that it's a lot of trial and error. Like for me, when I look back, I just know that I didn't know how to dress for my body, and I feel like you just find what works for you and your body type, sort of thing. I love high-waisted jeans. That has saved me because I can eat whatever I want and just tuck in my lower belly in my high-waisted jeans. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, you kind of have to find your way and find your own thing.
So, do you have any big plans or goals for 2020?
I've been trying not to think too much into it. I'm trying to just take it one step at a time. Exactly. yeah, no, I keep acting, keep doing this. But with acting, things just come up so last minute. Like, I mean, a year, I don't know where I'm going to be in the world a year from now. I could be halfway across the world filming something. I never know, which is kind of the fun thing about it. But I hope to just be filming and working on something I really love.
So lastly, what is something that fans probably don't know about you?
I have no idea. I mean, I have a twin. I have a twin brother, and a little brother, and I have basically no sisters. Yeah. So when I was working on Jessie, I would always just be like, you're my sister to Sky. I'd be like, you're just, or anyone that I really work with, just like all the girls, they just become my sisters. I feel like I have so many girlfriends that have just become my sisters now. What about you? Oh, you have a sister. No brothers?
I have a sister and a brother.
Oh, you have a brother too.
My brother never gets his way.
Not with two girls around.
Whenever we are watching a movie, he's like, all right, let's watch Spider-Man. We're like, how about, my sister's like, how about we watch Barbie? And I'm like, how about we watch nothing?
And you win?
And then they're just fighting over this movie. And my sister always wins because of the majority rules.
Yeah, 2 against 1.
So actually, before I go, have you ever tried Vegemite?
No, never. I'm so scared. It's just gonna be alone like that? You're gonna do that to me?
Yeah.
No toast? No butter?
You don't actually need to eat it on toast. It's
Really?
so good plain.
Really?
Some people
Everyone
don't
keeps
like
saying
it.
you need it with butter and toast.
Okay, I might not be normal, but...
Oh my gosh, you're giving me that much?
Oh, well, you don't need to eat it all.
I'm so scared. All right. I just got away from it and I didn't like it. Okay, here we go.
It's good, right? Or is it horrible?
It's so salty. Oh my god. It needs to go on toast. It does.
No, it doesn't!
Are you kidding? I'm like tearing up.
It doesn't need to go on toast. Alright, so to get rid of that flavor that you call, it needs toast. Just eat a Tim Tam.
I can't eat the Tim Tam until I get rid of this Vegemite.
To get rid of the Vegemite. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed interviewing Peyton. And it was so fun going there and actually interviewing them. And next week, make sure you stay tuned because I actually interviewed 2 of the other girls. One who played Michaela and one who played Annabelle, and that's Lauren Esposito and Olivia Nardini, and they were super nice as well. So make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up and stay tuned for the next video. Bye guys!